So we're going to work on what's called the discriminant now. Okay. So the discriminant is actually part of the quadratic formula. And here's the quadratic formula. So on your left, here's the quadratic formula. Okay, and as you can see, this part here, b squared minus 4ac, is the exact same thing what the discriminant is named. Okay. So the use of the discriminant, or what's inside the square root bracket here, is to allow us to look at the equation. Let's say I have this equation here, y equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay, and usually with these questions we want to graph it. So we want to know the x-intercepts, or where it intersects with the x axis. And what the quadratic formula tells us is what the intercept point is. But that's a lot of work to do. So if we do, that's a lot of work just to take a peek at the possibility of getting it where it has no answer here. So what you do is the discriminant before you do the quadratic formula to make sure to see if it has 0 roots, 1 root, or 2 roots. And these are also called zeros. Okay, so we can do this formula and figure out, okay, it doesn't touch the y-intercept. Yes, it touches the y-intercept, or no, it doesn't. Yes, it does have 2. Okay, and the nice thing about doing the discriminant first is it doesn't take away from any, you're not doing any extra work, because your answer you get is just going to go in that part of the formula. So as you see on the left here, what answer you get for discriminant tells you how many roots there are. So for example, if I get a discriminant that's less than 0, there's no roots. So the parabola will not touch the x-axis. If I get a discriminant that is equal to 0, that means it just touches one time. It has one point that intersects the x-axis. And if I have a discriminant that's greater than 0, it touches twice. So how do we do the discriminant? Well, first of all, the formula for discriminant is what I highlighted there before, which is b squared minus 4ac. Now, if we remember back, this equation is in standard form, and the way standard form is written is like this: ax squared plus bx minus 4. Oh, not minus 4, shoot. Plus c. Sorry about that. So we need to figure out what the a value is, b value is, and c value is to plug into this equation. So a is the number, or the coefficient in front of the x squared. So in this case, the a is 2. The b is the coefficient in front of the x. In this case, the b is 3. And lastly, the c is the constant. So in this case, my constant, as my computer freaks out, is c equals negative 4. So now we know what our a, b, and c value are. We plug it into the equation. I apologize, my computer is taking this time to... So b squared, so we're going to put 3 in here, and we're going to square it. Let's go, computer, get through it. Minus 4. I have to do this all in green. Bracket, the a value is 2. So I'm going to plug in the 2 here. And the c value is negative 4. Now we can do this one of two ways. We could do it a long way, which is, okay, 3 squared is 9. Now, negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 4. Negative times negative is a positive. So that's plus 32. And then 9 plus 32 is 41. So that's one way we could do it. I just realized I can't show you the other way to do it because if I do, my recording stops. The other way you could do it is you could plug that all the way into your calculator, just like it stands there. So this here is a positive number, right? So that's a positive number. So that means it would have 2 roots. Okay, that means if we were to draw a graph of this, it would cross the x-axis in 2 spots. We don't know what spots yet, so that's what the quadratic formula is for. But we know it's in 2 spots. So let's work on another one here. Let's try this one. Let's go y equals x squared minus 2x I apologize, my computer is deciding to be like this. Plus 10, let's say. So my a value for this one is 1, because that's the number that's in front of the x squared. My b value in this case is negative 4. And my c value is 10. And then I plug it into my equation, which is b squared minus 4ac. So that would be, oh, my b value is negative 2, sorry. Negative 2. Which would be bracket negative 2 squared. Make sure you put the bracket in there. Minus 4 bracket 1 bracket negative 10. Oh, it's just 10, sorry. So that's going to equal 4 minus 40, which equals negative 36. So since we have a negative number, we are now in this place here. We're now in the place where I'm going to throw my computer at the window. Okay, where we have no roots. So it's not going to touch. Okay. So it's not going to touch. So we have a 0, there's 0 roots here. Okay. So that's how you run the numbers to figure out how many times your parabola crosses the x-axis. Okay, thank you, and on to the next one.